folks, today's fun sheet is on the levels of organization, and it is 7.1.4, and the title is Diagram the Hierarchical Organization of Multicellular Organisms from Cells to Organisms. That's just real fancy to say building from the most simple to the most complex. And you're going to label each level of organization and draw an example. I guess you're not going to draw. You're going to copy and paste pictures in. So first, we're going to fill in this, what the understand of this unit is here. And it's that all living things are made up of cells that complete jobs which make life possible. So if it's alive, it's got at least one cell. And I just wanted to define what hierarchy is so that you have it right in your mind for how we're using it here. And it's a system of things. It's a system of things that are ranked one above another from simplest to most complex in this instance. Sometimes it's reverse. And for here, I think we need to say, I said this when I was filling it in, but I left the words off, so just add them in, of things ranked one above the other from simplest to most complex. So just add those two words in there for me in your on your fun sheet. All right, now to start talking, we're going to make a pyramid basically, and we're going to put on the bottom cells, because cells are the building blocks of all living things, like we just said. If it's alive, it's got a cell, so it's the building block. And cells, when a bunch of cells work together to do a certain job, they make tissues. So if we were talking about like skin, a bunch of skin cells would work together to make your skin, which is a type of tissue, skin tissue. And then when a bunch of tissues work together, they will make an organ. So you could have tissues that work together for the same job make organs. So if we were talking about muscle tissue, if we had a bunch of muscle tissue working together, they would make a muscle, and like your heart, that would be an organ. Then you have an organ system or organ systems, and basically organ systems are made up of other organs when organs work together for a job. And then finally, when you have a bunch of organ systems that work together, you have an organism. So you need to type this on your paper, add these definitions for each, and make a hierarchical drawing on your document, building one on top of the other. The thing to remember is at the top, it is the most complex level, and at the bottom, it is the most basic. Simplest form is cells, and organisms are the most complex. And organisms can be anything. It could be you, it could be a cat, it could be a dog, it could be a polar bear, it could be a tiger. All of those things are organisms. A tree, organism, okay? Because each of those things can be broken down into smaller parts. An amoeba is also an organism because it's a single-celled organism, but also an organism. Okay. On your paper, you also have this flow chart, and you're going to fill it in from simple to most complex, And then you're going to find an example. Well, let's fill it in first. Cells work together to make tissues. Tissues work together to make organs. Organs work together to make organ systems. And organ systems work together to make an organism. You're going to find an example of each one of those and insert it on your document and label. Don't find the same pictures that I have here. Find your own pictures so that you can show that you know what an example is of each. And then make sure you label each picture.